ora koutou. There we go. Kia ora. Kia ora. Dallas is handing the reins over to me tonight, so we'll see how it goes. No, we have Dallas has introduced us to the simple karakia and a simple waiata that we've been doing the first two sessions. We'll continue that tonight. So, etu, and we shall do this together. Have we been doing it? We've been taking turns, have we? Or do we do it all? Do we know it well enough to do it all together in one fell swoop? Let's give it a go. He honore, he kororia ki te atua. He mongarongo ki te whenua. He whakara pai ki ngā tangata katoa. Ake, ake, ake. Amene. Ka pai. And the waiata, you follow me in the brackets as a echo, okay? Until we get to the end. And ko te aroha we say together, we sing together. E toru nā mea, nā mea nui, e kia ana, te pai pera, whakapono, tumanako. Ko te mea nui, ko te aroha. Not too bad. Hey,
I don't know if we've translated this yet, have we?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So there are three things, very important things that are said in the Bible. That is faith, hope, and the most important thing is love. Yeah.
That's what it
Loose
is.
translation. There we go.
That's good. Ka pai, sit down. Yeah, it's good. Have a seat. So, welcome. There are some new faces here. Can you hear me all right? Everyone hear me okay? Just picking it? All right. Some new faces out there. So welcome to you and those who have been for the first two sessions. Welcome back. I will give a short little recap as to why we are here. What is this Korero for? Once again, as a minister, as the minister of this church, it dawned on me that I could not properly convey the 14 years of the journey of bicultural journey that I have been on through youth work and then into ministry training into a single sermon or even a single sermon series. And so I brought my friend Dallas in and our friend Bruce, who's not here tonight but has been, to talk about it together, what this might look like if we did like a four-week session of discussions and just hearing voices, because it's very important to me that voices are heard. Voices of Māori, of course. Very important to hear the voices that all this stuff affects the most. But also, all of this affects all of us because we live in this land under the treaty, and it's important to hear the voices who are reluctant to all this change as well, because they have feelings. Those feelings need to be acknowledged, and if we talk about them together in a respected environment, then we can hear each other, and hopefully we can learn better together, and then we can, go about it in our lives, hopefully changed for the better. So that's our mission, is that each session, everyone leaves with something that they didn't know beforehand or hadn't thought about beforehand in that way, or whatever's scratching an itch that they can come back to and learn something more the next time as well. And that you go, every time you leave, that you're able to start sort of soaking it in or letting it sort of, marinate in your life and see what it brings about. So that's why we're here. Brief overview. So, the first week was sort of we just kind of looked at what did we do the first week? We looked at we kind of went through a Māori tikanga of learning to know each other first. Why are we here? What is this important for? Before we did anything about anything else, we pretty much spent the night talking about what it is that's brought us here. What's our interest in this? What do we hope to get out of this? And who we are, who individually, who you are. We looked at the wave remember the wave diagram and where we sit, who we are on the wave. If you weren't here for that, don't worry, it's another thing. But yeah, the wave can be anything. For us in this topic, it's the treaty, and yeah. And then week two, we started getting into a little bit. We had a bit of a bit of history lesson, really, didn't we? A pre-treaty history lesson of this land and Māori and what was going on and how the missionaries ended up here in the first place and that whole story. And we had Aiden. We had Aiden here joining us, and he was telling all kinds of cool stories, weaving in stories of our local area, as well as North Island stuff where the heavy activity was. But just being able to sort of ground the story a little bit more to where we are here. And that was really fascinating. And then we had a video about sort of pre-treaty history stuff as well, touching on some of the same things and learning a bit more. Just really how the missionaries were so instrumental in this, in the formation of the country. Really, we're going to get more into the treaty and that tonight. But just all the groundwork was laid by the missionaries. No, I can't say that. That's not actually true, is it? The groundwork was really laid by the Māori because they took the gospel to each other. But the missionaries were really intentional about being able to show and share the life of Christ and what the gospel was, so that they could take it to themselves. So that was cool. Hey? Yes, and to spend a significant time learning the language, the customs, and translating the Bible into Te Reo Māori. Yeah, so that was really good. Anyway, so we're going to continue on in that trajectory. Tonight might be a little bit heavier. Tonight, we know that there's already been a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion comes with all this issue and all the talk about it. Again, I want you to feel, I hope you feel that this is a safe place. So whatever emotions you feel, we're not trying, Dallas and I are certainly not trying to make this a guilt trip session or party or anything like that. Though guilt and shame often does come up when we're talking about the treaty with Pākehā people often. And that's okay. We're allowed to feel whatever we feel. I just want to make sure that you're aware of your feelings, whatever feelings you have. You're aware of those tonight. And again, I want you to be able to feel like you can voice that. Hopefully, whether it's at large or in a small group or whatever, that you can sort of share what you're feeling and why you're feeling it. And yeah, it's important to us, I think, isn't it, Dallas? But we are also not here to give you absolute answers. We're here to facilitate conversation, to drop the ball and let you guys pick it up and see what happens. We're not experts. We're just coming with some experience and a heart for this, and wanting to see the church play a role in what I think is very, very important. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. Yeah, where are we going from there? I guess that's good. But now it says we shall get into what's our opening questions. Up here, ding. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So in small groups, 3 or 4, maybe 5 people in a little group around you, ask each other the question and discuss, what is the Tiriti, the treaty, and what does it represent? Can you do that? Excellent. Well, you discuss that in a small group. Very good, Royce. So yeah, group up, circle up, find 4 or 5, and take a few minutes to do that. I was kind of rambling. Sorry, I don't know what's going on.
No, man, that was good. And it's good because there's actually a few faces here that haven't been here for the last 2 weeks. So it's good to get a recap.
Why I went that far.
So, who, what, oh, is that on? Hello, yes, okay, great. Who would like to go first? What group would like to go first? There we go. Do you want to stand up, Matua, and like face everybody? Yeah, there we go.
Look, we've just made note here that the we've just made note here that Tiriti is was an agreement between the Maori leadership and the Crown. Hello, hello. Tiriti was an agreement between the Maori leaders of the time and the Crown. That's what I've got. And what does it represent? Well, different parties have different representations, but one could be betrayal. There was good intentions. It still has a place today. And one of our group thinks that David Seymour's bill, if it's handled well, could do a lot of good.
Nice. I like that you threw that in there. Controversy. Come up the front, or not. I can come to you. You want to stand there? Yeah.
I'll just add a couple of things to that. We all agreed that the Te Tiriti was also a covenant between two peoples. We also discussed how it was quite a breakthrough thing internationally, as in the first type of coming together rather than a whole new way of colonising that had not been done before, which sort of represented the turn in thinking that was happening back in Britain.
Bruce touched on that last week, didn't he? Yeah. Anyone else?
Just adding to what's already been said, I think we sort of touched on the fact that for Pākehā generally, we probably didn't grow up with it very much. We didn't learn it at school particularly. It was swept over, so we didn't have any great understanding of it. And that's for many of us, that's where it rests today. We're probably largely ignorant of the finer points of it.